Hi everyone. So if you are planning to take set, you are in the right place. Whether you are aiming for a top score or just starting out, this video will cover up everything you need to know for the exam structure and the proven strategy for your success, right? What is SAT? What is the format for SAT? What is the syllabus for SAT? Best study strategies, the resources you will follow, right? Common mistakes you have to avoid, and what is the difference between SAT and ACT and which one would be better for you, right? So stick around till the end where I'll share a perfect 600 scorer secret strategy for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me share my screen. What is SAT? It is basically scholastic assessment test, mostly used for top university across US and various international institution. Okay, so that's what it is there for you. You'll prepare a resume where you'll apply this SAT score and various other things. Okay, mostly it depends on the SAT scores to get the admission in those universities, right? So SAT exam and format scoring, I'll be talking about best study strategies, time management tip, common mistake and how to avoid them. These are not that much important section. And SAT versus ACT at the end, I'll be telling you about syllabus also for this. Okay, so what is SAT? It is standardized test used for college admission in the US as well as other international institution also. It is administered by college board. Okay, one more exam is there, AP, which is administered by college board, and this is also used. Okay, it is expected by most of the US university and some international institutions also. So mainly in various country you'll find those international institution where they take through this SAT score. Fine. Now, what it contains, one English section as well as one mathematics section. That's what it is, right? So this is called as English one, and here you have reading and writing and language, which is of 65 minutes duration and 35 minutes. Okay, so number of question here would be 52, and here it would be 44. All are multiple choice question. There is no negative marking. Same goes for maths. One you have no calculator, another one you will have calculator, which would be there inbuilt. Okay, and then this is for 25 minutes, this is 20, and this is for 55 minutes, and you have 38 questions. Okay, so your total score will be out of 1600. Okay, and each section will contain 800 each. Okay, so there will be two parts. Each part will also have two parts. Okay, each part will also have two parts. Each will contain 800 each. Okay, that's what it is. No penalty for wrong answers. Okay. Now, SAT versus ACT, which one is right for you? Okay. So, SAT has fewer but longer question. ACT includes science section also. So, this is where it creates the difference. Okay. It is mainly most pressurized, right? It is more time pressurized, the ACT. Who should take the SAT? If you are stronger in reading and writing and you are there good in problem solving approach. And who should take the ACT? If you are comfortable with fast paced exams and straightforward maths question are asked in ACT. So then ACT would be better for you. Okay. Now there is something called as adaptive testing in SAT. How it works? See, your test will have two modules. Like in maths only, you will be having two modules, not the sections I'm talking about. In module, you will be having different sections. So what will happen as you perform in this module one? According to that, your module two would be generated. Harder this module two will be generated, more closer you'll reach towards 600 score, right? So it's not like that first module you'll perform easy, so you get easy second module. But what will happen? Your score, even if you score good in that second module, you'll not be closer to the full score, a good percentile score, right? So more better you perform in module one, better you have, harder you have this second module generated, and then you'll get the good score. Okay, so each section contain reading and writing, which has two modules. First module has mix of easy, medium and hard question. Based on the performance of first module, the second module will be either. Okay, so easier if you perform poorly in the first module, harder if you perform well in the first module, right? A higher difficulty will mean a higher possible score. That's what it is, right? Now what this means for you: stay strong, right? Because performing well in the first module will give you access to harder questions, and then it will lead to higher score, right? And don't panic if the second module is tough. Got it? So this is how the testing in SAT work. Now, reading section, it contains 64 minutes and 54 questions. Okay. So it will contain reading comprehension, vocabulary, grammar and sentence structure, and logical flow and transitions. Okay. So what will be happening? What are the types of question in reading and writing? You'll get main idea in detail, right? There will be a passage given to you and you have to identify its central theme, right? Interference and interpretation, right? So you'll understand it implied meanings. Okay, vocabulary they'll ask, evidence based question they'll ask, and grammar and punctuation. They'll give you some sentence, you have to correct them in grammar and punctuation. This is what it is all there. Now, in math section, mainly you have is 70% of these two, which is algebra and equation and advanced math function, quadratic, exponents and polynomials. If you prepare this, right, 70% of your paper is done. Then not the remaining 30% is from here. Problem solving and data analysis and geometry and trigonometry. This is what it is there. So 70 minutes and 44 questions you have. This is it. Now, format of math section is that 27 questions you have out of 54. Approximately 35 minutes given. All are multiple choice and student produce responses, right? Which you called it as SRQ. Okay. And then calculator policy. Calculator is allowed, but it is built in the platform. Okay. So algebra, you have linear equation and inequalities, system of equation, interpreting linear equation and solving algebraic structures, which is normally 40%. Then you have advanced math, which is quadratic equation factoring, completing the square and quadratic formula, polynomial and rational expression, exponential function, system involving non-linear equation. Okay. Then the remaining is you have 25 to the ratio, proportion, percentages, analyzing, interpreting data, probability and statistics, and geometry and trigonometry, the remaining 10 to 15% which you have. So this was all about that. All the resources you can find in description. Okay. And official you can prepare by Khan Academy SAT also. Many websites are there. Okay. Which are getting you prepared. Also, you can do it through YouTube also. It's not necessary you have to take some courses and all. But definitely if you join something, right, you'll get it. There is something called as Zeal Educators also. They also do this preparation. Then College Board. Here you will find official papers and all which you can see. First thing you have to do is that go through the papers, how well you are doing it, right? And then you can obviously apply some test series and all, and then recommended SAT prep books. Okay, so this is what it is, and then we'll meet again.